Aiden, since the end of this regular season, we are receiving breaking news that a trade has happened, and it's one that we all expected to happen. That is the Philadelphia Eagles trading A.J. Brown to the New England Patriots. We're going to talk about it, break it all down, but you got to hear the music first.
Welcome to your number one spot for all NFL news and content, NFL Central.
What's going on, football fans? Welcome back into another episode of NFL Central, your number one spot for everything NFL. I'm your host here, Bobby, and I'm bringing you the latest around the NFL. One thing that we knew was bound to happen, and that is the Philadelphia Eagles trading A.J. Brown to the New England Patriots. We already kind of knew what it was because over the course of the offseason, in the draft, the Philadelphia Eagles draft Mekhi Lemon. Then in free agency, they go out there and get guys like Hollywood Brown, Elijah Moore. So we knew that they were posturing themselves to move off of AJ Brown. And it's kind of crazy because just a couple weeks ago, I believe last week, if I remember correctly, Jalen Hurts sat at the podium, and when they asked him about AJ Brown, he took a sip of his water and was like, well, I guess that was a great time to take a sip of water. Yeah. So we knew that this was inevitable. We knew this what it was. I thought it, man, Mama Bell, I wish it was, but it is not. It is not. But hey, man, the Philadelphia Eagles, they're going to move on. This is a good pickup for the New England Patriots, in my personal opinion, especially considering what the deal actually looks like. The deal is a 2028 first round pick, not next year's draft, the following year. And then in 2027, the Eagles will receive a fifth round pick, bro. It's really not even a crazy trade, to be honest with you. You would imagine that with some of those earlier reports that the Philadelphia Eagles was really going to try to get that first round pick in a second, but ultimately they get a first and a fifth, with the fifth coming first and then the first round pick coming the year after in 2028. So it's just one of those things to where it's like, it's okay. We thought that they was going to get a little bit more out of this trade, and ultimately we knew it was going to happen. Maybe because we knew that the rift between Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown, it had soured. Maybe they felt like the value of AJ Brown was just not as good as it should be. I don't necessarily know. I think that's kind of crazy if you ask me. I believe that AJ Brown is still one of the better wide receivers throughout the league. However, you're looking at some situations to where guys just want to get things done and move on. And it was definitely time for the Philadelphia Eagles to move on from AJ Brown. We know that it's crazy how his relationship and Jalen Hurts' relationship just turned. And it's crazy because it's reported that I think Jalen Hurts is AJ Brown's child's godfather, or some type of relationship dynamic is going on between both of them. So it's kind of crazy when you think about it. But for the New England Patriots, they get them a true number one wide receiver. This comes after releasing Stephon Diggs after this season, and they add to a young wide receiver group that needs help. You've seen plenty of times to where not only was the offensive line bad, but they needed some guys that can absolutely separate over there in New England. And you looking at a situation to where you look at Mike Vrabel, he got a lot of shit going on. Mike Vrabel got a lot of stuff going on. I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of stuff going on. And AJ Brown, he coming with some noise too. So it's gonna be a lot of questions. And the New England Patriots, they have a tough schedule this season, a first place schedule that they'll be handed by the NFL, and we'll see how those guys respond, man. I think that this is an interesting thing to talk about. It is not quite the bombshell that we received a couple hours ago with Myles Garrett getting traded to the Los Angeles Rams. But this is something that we knew was going to come. We knew that once June 1st rolled around, that AJ Brown was more than likely going to be on his way out. And then it is what it is, man. It's something that we all anticipated. He is a Super Bowl champion. We'll see if he can go out there and help the New England Patriots level up. They did get to the Super Bowl, but hey, we know that was over with. They did not look particularly well. So hopefully that they go out there and build out their team just a little bit more than what it was prior. We'll see what happens at the end of the day. But this is nothing. This is not surprising news. You know what I'm saying? It's not really surprising. We knew that this time was coming. We knew that you ultimately had to get him out of there. And now they switch over to a guy like Devontae Smith, former Heisman Trophy winner. And I believe he's going to have a hell of a season, man. I think that Devontae Smith is just going to go out there and ball out. Then you get Mekhi Lemon. I think ultimately it's going to be placed at the feet of Jalen Hurts and the new offensive coordinator that is now with the Philadelphia Eagles. But hey, man, let us know your thoughts and everything down below. This is something that we all anticipated. We all expected. It's not surprising. But hey, that is it for me today, y'all. If let something else pop off, we are hearing reports that somebody like the Green Bay Packers are trying to trade for Josh Sweat. I ain't even going to lie to y'all. I'm not even going to be objective with it. I hope they don't get him. I hope they don't get him. I hope they don't get him. Hey, I told you, I root for my team. You root for yours. I try to be objective, but at the end of the day, I hope the Green Bay Packers don't get Josh Sweat. That's me hating. But hey, that is it for me, y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. That is it. Y'all already know. We're going to catch y'all on the next one for sure. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Breaks